All right, I'm just gonna quickly overview some of these, because they don't. I mean, they were fine. I don't think any of them were like super, super shocking that like we have to necessarily go over them too much. If there's a team in particular that anybody likes a lot, let me know. But this one was actually pretty shocking. I'm sorry. This is Sporting versus PSG 2-1 was pretty shocking. PSG were having a bit of a shocker. Again, it wasn't as bad. Shocker. It wasn't as Manchester City, and that's why it's the whole thing. They also have a fucking coach that is unsettled, if you will. So I'm gonna have to do a video on that actually as well. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of openings. Pause. There's gonna be a lot of vacant jobs that are top jobs that But again, we'll do that. We'll focus on that another time. But yeah, the PSG thing, Luis Enrique looks like he's not going to extend and stay at PSG. Um, to each their own, obviously. I think he'd be insanely wealthy. And he's been doing a good job, but maybe it just doesn't speak to him. Maybe it doesn't spark joy. Whatever. Anyway, this one was pretty crazy. It wasn't as crazy as the Manchester City result. But yeah, Sporting, kudos to them. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Kudos to them. They beat PSG. PSG, obviously a juggernaut last season, who absolutely hit form at the right time. And unfortunately, Liverpool met them in the first stage, and the rest is bullshit from there. But yeah, the PSG result was pretty crazy. Club Brugge beat Almaty. Real Madrid had a fairly routine night against Monaco. Kylian Mbappe visiting his old ground. They were having fun. I think that this was a morale game for them, if anything. Bellingham did a celebration where he was drinking, and he's like, for those, I know the rumors out there. People are gonna talk. I'm gonna do my thing. But yeah, Mbappe hit a brace. Vinny Jr. looked like he was doing a good job too. It was fairly routine. I think it's one of those where it gets the morale up, and so we'll see if they can kind of carry that momentum going forward. There was also Napoli is in big danger. Very big problem. They needed to win bad, and they tied against Copenhagen. Um, just a seal of a deal. I think their goal scorer was Scott McTominay, if I'm not mistaken. Who Scott McTominay just keeps putting in fucking work for them. He's doing good over there. Let me see. Yeah, there it is. Scott McTominay. I don't know why that took me so long, but anyway, Scott McTominay did good. Leverkusen is not doing so hot. Ajax beat Villarreal. That was a good game actually too. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about these two that I'm leaving out. So the importance of Tottenham versus Borussia Dortmund. Tottenham can't beat anybody. So it is crazy to see Borussia Dortmund, from my understanding, are doing pretty good. To the point where I saw this and I was like, your team has to win now, because you're putting out some shit, Patch. But yeah, this is the official Borussia Dortmund account. Just completely unprompted. Just posted Spurs. And again, you gotta win if you're gonna talk shit like that. Not so much. Not so much. So the social media team kind of fucked that. And it's better to talk after. The before talking is where it gets a little fucking dicey. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. Again, I don't know. It just seemed slightly unprovoked that they would do that. This isn't a side that they regularly see. I think we were all just shitting on Tottenham. I understand that. But I think that they ended up shitting the bed, obviously. So that was crazy because cut to, whatever you want to say, 3 Doritos later, whatever. Boo! Lost. Big loss. Very big problem. And then Arsenal versus Inter. This one, fucking Tony Pulis FC, Set Piece FC, Bitch FC, whatever the fuck you want to call them. I am a hater. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I fucking hate Arsenal. I hate their team. I hate the way they play. I hate what they stand for. I hate everything about them. I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk. I hate the way that you talk. I hate Anyway. But they won, and they're doing well. And you got to, give them kudos. I think the Tottenham game, I should have posted a fucking video about that. But the Nottingham Forest game that they played, Arsenal, that was a handball. They probably should have gotten a penalty. Again, it would have been another fucking save FC, whatever you want to fucking call them. But that was a handball. I didn't see I think that they were saying that it touched the shoulder and then the hand, but he's fucking clearly bringing it in with his hand. Like, even if it touched his shoulder, like, where does he just fucking do this? But, again, this is the same team that fucking Martin Odegaard turned into prime LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Uncle Drew in the fucking box. So, my sympathy's not super high with them. But let's call a spade. That should have been a penalty, in my opinion. But this game, once again, they set piece FC a little bit. The first goal, Gabriel Jesus does a good job sniffing it out. I think he just puts a touch on that, gets the goal. Then it's quickly tied. Sukic ties that bitch up with a beautiful strike. Raya, no chance. And then Gabriel Jesus off of a corner, Trossard back post, puts it back in. Inter, you gotta, to Arsenal do a good job of creating these. If you watch football, it's a lot easier to, talk about them. Obviously basketball does them as well, where like these screens, these rubs, you just kind of like, you're running into the other player and it's just like, oh, I'm just running my route. Oh, I'm just standing here. What do you want me to do? They do a good job of those. And they just kind of create that space for that back post header to come back in, and then Gabriel Jesus. It just throws everybody off, and then Gabriel Jesus was on the inside. And he gets an easy free header, easy as you like. And then Gyökeres scores a goal. Dude, if they gave an assist to Bukayo Saka, the most fucking fugazi nonsense bullshit assist you've ever seen in your fucking life. I think Gyökeres tries to pass it to Saka. It kind of hits him. He just doesn't get control of it. It stays there. Gyökeres picks it up and smashes it in. Good goal from him. But yeah, I saw a couple of places where he got an assist on that. Fucking nonsense. But I mean, I guess if it goes down for that, it is what it is. He touched it, so I guess that's an assist, but that's fucking insane. But yeah, that's the Champions League roundup for now. Tomorrow, should I? Nah, you know what? Let's do tomorrow, man. Tomorrow, Atletico plays Galatasaray, Chelsea plays, Frankfurt plays, Athletic Club, Juventus versus Benfica. That's probably going to be a good game. Newcastle PSG, that's going to be a good game. We'll see if we see another cameo from it's not Van Persie's kid, right? I'm pretty sure it's Van Persie's kid. So we'll see if we see him. Bayern Munich plays Union. Barcelona plays Slavia Prague. And then, of course, I hate to do it to you, the creme de la creme, Marseille versus Liverpool. I will be streaming on Twitch that game. So if you are around, whatever the fuck, tune in, show me some love. Or don't. Who gives a fuck? I don't know. I don't know anymore. But that's going to be the Champions League roundup for us for today. Again, if you have anybody that, you want to provide insight on as far as like the games or anything like that, let me know. Drop your teams in the comments and yeah, man, show some love.